Welcome to this week's edition of Take Your Position. This is LR for the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube page, as always. And man, listen, so excited about this piece. Been waiting for it for a while. Actually, I had it in hand for a while, but again, I was out of commission for a week, But anyway, I'm back in full capacity, and I'm ready to go. And I'm ready to dive into this piece. As you know, we have in front of us none other than Spider-Gwen herself. This is the MMS576 1/6 scale figure. And today it's all about posing. And of course, we get a Spider-Man figure in hand, or any type of figure from the Spider-Man universe or into the Spider-Verse. It's going to be something spectacular, and we will get some magnificent poses. But as you can see, this is the box art. Completely amazing detail in front of there. We have, oh man, Peter Porker in front. So I do love that she comes with that. And it looks amazing. It looks like an amazing piece. I cannot wait to dive in and get this thing posed up. Again, amazing box art. As you can see here, we do also have on the side here some of the silhouette of her as well. On the other side, her and Peter Porker. But without further ado, I know what you're basically waiting on. We're going to get this thing posed up. Go over the accessories real quick. We don't want to spend too much time on that. And then we're going to dive into that figure. So, as always, we have the box. And behind here, we have the figure and all the accessories. As you can basically see in hand here, we will actually go in and zoom in a little bit on that. You see all the accessories that she actually comes with. An assortment of different hands. I didn't really pull them out of the pack yet, but I will. You can see that in its glory. Everything that she actually comes with. All the different hands, all white. So there's not really too much to it. As a matter of fact, let's just kind of crack that open really quick and see what we have here. See the texture. And of course, this is the actual hands that she comes with. I do like that feel. I like the way it looks, but it's all white. It doesn't really bear towards any type of detail. You do see like a little bit of a scale design there. So I do like that. But yeah, we have those accessories in hand here. We have that figure in its beautiful form. We have this amazing head sculpt. I am in love with this piece right here. This head sculpt is incredible. This is the animated version of Gwen, and they did it justice. They nailed it. They completely nailed this piece. Once you get it in hand, if you don't already have it in hand, you're gonna love this. And I can't wait to get some pictures with this head sculpt on there, but I'm extremely excited that we actually got that piece, as well as the webbing. Now, again, this is the typical webbing that you actually see with Spider-Man figures, shrunken down the size actually for Spider-Gwen. But this is normally what we would actually get with some of the webbing. So again, nothing different from what we've actually already seen and had with these figures. But again, they always want to show us and let us know it's there. So I am very happy that what she actually comes with, and that we are getting that. So I can't wait to dive into that as well. We do have the different. Now this is mainly her, the unmasked. This is basically what you get with her as far as the mask, that she can actually hold on to. Really is textured there. Nice fabric that we actually get with that. So that's nice. This is the swap out piece for the hooded version. So you swap this out, you put this on it, and you put a head sculpt on. And I like that. Would have wanted to actually have more of a cloth version, yes, but it's animated, so we'll see how it goes. But I do like that we actually get that. We also get the physics books that comes with this, and this isn't basically just it's an actual book. This is an actual physics books, so I don't, it's too small for me to read the actual fine print, but this is a book, so it's not, it's not just a prop piece. It's a book. So you can have it in your hand, take a look at it like that. That it comes with that. We have the webbing, of course. This is the dynamic web spot that you can actually use to make it look like she's attached herself to a wall, or it's attached itself to something. So I do like that we get that piece. Has a nice little phone that it comes with. Now this is her and Miles. If we can kind of zoom in on that a tad bit and take a look at that. That is mainly her and Miles, as you can actually see. I don't want to actually take it out of focus, because when we get too much far in, it doesn't really, really do too much. But that is basically a portrait of her and Miles on that phone. So yeah, once you get it in hand, you'll actually see what I'm talking about there. Really decent. And then of course we have her compactor. This is her makeup compactor that she comes with, a little mirror that's on there. She can open up and see herself, so I like that we got that attachment. Assortment of different eyes that you'll actually be able to play around with when you want to attach them to this figure. So nicely done, well done. It does have like that shiny sheen on the front of it. I don't tend to swap out the eyes as much. I don't know about everybody else. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Of course, we do have none other than the man, or the pig himself, Peter Porker, Spider Pig himself. So I like that, that we do get this figure in hand with it. Nice little stand that comes along with that, and it's a nice little ad. I do appreciate that. I like that they gave us this thing, man. I mean, why not? You know, what better figure to add it with than Gwen? And then also we basically have, of course, the dynamic figure stand here. It does basically have a nice little art piece on the top there, nice textured art piece, and it does have Spider-Gwen on the front, or Gwen Stacy on the front. So I do like that we actually get that, along with some other accessories. Now this is basically what we would actually see on the back. You can put this up in the back. I don't know if I'll actually put this in the V-Talk. We'll see how it goes, but this piece does come with it. I'm not going to open up too much. Has a lot of stickers, has a lot of attachments, so we'll definitely see how that goes. But yeah, this is everything that she actually comes with. But yeah, I know you're looking to actually see this figure and how we could get her posed up, so this is what we're going to jump into. I do like this suit, quite amazing in hand, and the detail is straight out of the show. It's the animated movie itself, and I do love it. I love it. I can't wait to get it posed up. I know you can't wait. So without further ado, let's dive in and let's go. Okay, so here we go. For the first pose, we're going to enlist a couple of different things. One is going to be this dynamic stand that I actually have right here in front of me. So we're going to actually utilize this. This is what I'm going to use to kind of pull off a certain pose. And then I'm also going to swap out her left hand with this web hand, because I want to kind of see if we can pull off a bit of dynamics. You know, the beautiful figure that she is, we want to kind of pull this together and make it look right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this hand here. We're going to take that off. And then what we're going to do is swap in this hand. Now, mind you, these wrist pegs are very delicate. As you can see, very small, does fit in this compartment right here, but we want to make sure that we do it right. Again, we don't want to damage the integrity of this figure. So we're going to slide that in like so. Make sure it's ready to go. Again, you want to twist it around, make sure it gets in there. And there we go. We have it there. It's nice and secured. It's ready to go. We can pose it up. So anyway, so what I'm going to do, again, I want to pull off something extremely, you know, just that it's going to contribute to, you know, it's something that's going to really complement Gwen, complement the, you know, the beauty and the elegance of her, you know, his grace, especially when she's swinging, that we actually saw in the Spider-Verse. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this hand out slightly this way. I'm going to take this leg, bend it slightly up that way. I'm going to point the toes, sort of like I want to point the toes that way. Arch the, you know, we want to bring this to the side. We want to actually have this twisted this way. Turn her head that way, of course. Now with the web arm, we want to tilt it up this way again. Have it to whereas she's actually out, sort of like that. I'm going to have this leg tilted out. Now this is just like a common, it's not really something that's too, you know, it's elegant. So I want to actually play to that. It's very elegant, like sort of like pose. Have this arm out this way, swinging like, you know, as if she's ready to, or she's just released and she's ready to go. Have this leg tilted out here like so. Now what you're going to do is you can actually arch and bend, so you can turn and pivot the waist and then bend it in, sort of like she's, you know, really about to swing, or she's, you know, about to attach her web to like her next destination, like she's swinging, you know, just free swinging, sort of. I do already have the web position in this hand here. Take this head, tilt it that way. You can have her looking slightly up, and have her arm that way. And you can even actually, as a matter of fact, you can tilt the waist up this way. So this is a quick pose just to kind of show the elegance and the beauty of this particular figure. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this stand, prop it here, like so. Now, I'm not using the waist grabber here. I'm not gonna use it around her waist. No, I'm gonna actually slide her leg in here like so. And we're gonna slightly bend the stand. Okay, so give the indication that she's in midair. And you can play around this in a way where, again, I'm going to tilt the leg slightly that way, just to kind of play around, because the stand, as you can see, I have it slits to the side or tilted to the side this way. So I want to have the leg slightly out. Now, I want to bring this camera slightly up so you can take a look at what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. There we go. Slightly down so you can get the imagery. I can actually create the imagery so you can actually see it. And yeah, this is simple. This is a simple one pose that you can actually get. You know, showcase Gwen. I'm going to tilt this slightly down. Again, I want to have her tilted that way. So then I can sort of, like, the illusion is to kind of hide the stand slightly, but I have her leg in. Instead of having the waist grabber around the waist, I have her leg tilted there, this slightly tilted and bent this way, toes pointed, arm out to the back, like as if she's already completed a swing and she's actually on to her next. And it just looks beautiful. Like, it's a simple pose, but again, it just looks beautiful. It doesn't really take much. And it's just like really a quick pose to demonstrate her elegance. Then you'll probably see a lot of these, but again, it's how, you know, you execute the posing for this figure. So I want to kind of just get that to turn around a little bit so you can kind of see. Again, we have her arched up, leg tilted this way slightly to kind of hide and mask that stand. Waist tilted, arm out. This arm is basically out to the back. And it's just basically a reflection of her elegance. We get a lot of that demonstrated with this figure if we saw the actual film. If you saw the film, you got a chance to see Gwen, how beautifully elegant she was as a character, a complimenting character to Miles, and sometimes in certain sequences, she stole the show. But yeah, I love this figure. I love the detail. I love what you can actually do with it, and you will too. So once you get this figure in hand, I guarantee you, you will enjoy it. So on to the next pose. Let's go. And I'm back. So for this next pose, I wanted to kind of play around a couple things a bit. You know, she is a teenage girl, nice little teenager. So what do teenagers do? You know, they talk on the phone, they take selfies. Sometimes they look at themselves to make sure that they look great while doing whatever it is they do. So what I did was I swapped out the hands. One for, as you can actually see, is the close grabbing hand, which what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece right here. Now this is mainly like her little compass, or what did they say, the compress, whatever, the press, or it has like a little mirror on it. I'm going to slide it in her hand like so. Now what we're going to do is tilt that hand down as if, you know, she's looking at herself, making sure that she looks great, as she always does. So she knows she's admiring. And while she's doing that, as you can see, I have her slightly tilted. Again, I want to demonstrate with this particular pose, I wanted to kind of demonstrate Gwen's, you know, just teenage sort of like carefree moments. Sorry, that piece fell out. We'll get this in here. By the way, as you can see, I have one hand, but we're going to get this done. So yeah, like so, almost have it in there. Actually, I'm going to do this last because that's going to be the last lad. As you can see, I have the hand here with the cell phone. So all we're going to do is we're going to arch that over like she's actually on the phone, mainly talking to, you know, maybe Miles or, you know, whoever else that she might be talking to. And she has that close by her ear while she's talking, chatting. And again, as you can see, I have her in nice little, her toe is slightly pointed here. I have this here, and you can pull this off, like I said, because this figure stands really well. You know, you can get, you know, some really good poses out of her, so you don't have to really worry about too much when it comes to that. So again, I have her standing here, and again, if we can get this to actually fit, I think this is gonna look real nice. Again, she's holding that in her hand, and there we go. She's holding it in her hand, looking at it while she's talking on the phone. I love this pose because it's extremely elegant. It's demonstrating how beautiful she is. She's having a nice little carefree conversation while she's talking. Beautiful. And it's a simple pose. Doesn't really take too much. As we spin that around, you can see toe pointed. She's standing like a not action pose, but you know, she's just standing there talking on the phone, might be twiddling around, and she has that in front of her so she can kind of take a look at herself to make sure she looks right, looks good. Might be preparing for, who knows, a date with Miles. She might want to say, look, you know what, I gotta look great before I see Miles. You never know. But anyway, I like the way this pose look. I like the imagery it gives off and how it demonstrates, and it just shows the dynamics of Gwen and how you can pull this figure off. It's a very beautiful figure. I love it. You'll love it once you get in hand, or you get it in hand. And again, you can do it like this, and you can even look this as a character pose. You can label this as a character pose that you can put in your detolf, just like so. And you don't need to stand to do it because, like I said, she's well balanced. It's a well balanced figure. You do have a lot of ankle pivot, but at the same time, it's very sturdy, and they are on ratcheted joints, so you don't have to worry about anything. I love this figure. I love how she looks. On to the next. Okay, so for this pose, I wanted to have a little bit of fun. You know, selfie fun between two friends. You have Peter Porker himself, and you also have Spider-Gwen, just enjoying some time out, downtime between two friends. As you see, she is demonstrating the selfie hand with the, you know, cell phone. You know, Mr. Porker right there, right next to her. You know, two friends just enjoying their time together, just basically pulling off a selfie type of pose. This is just something just to have fun with because we do actually have this companion piece that does come with the figure. So I just figured something like this would be a little bit of fun. You know, not too much you can actually do with him, you know, because it is mainly a power pose stationary, and you can't really move him around as much. But for what you get from him, it does work. I do like it. So just have a little bit of fun. I got him in like a selfie pose, something quick, you know, just to kind of throw her in, have her kneeling down, sitting down on the platform, you know, arm around Mr. Porker himself, and you see Gwen. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. You know, again, if we actually scroll in, you can get a take a look at that. Again, you just basically use this hand with the phone, same hand I used on the last pose, arching forward, arm up in the air, arm around Mr. Porker while he's actually standing there posing. They're both posing, and they're having a great time. You see, quite simple. Nice little pose. You can cross her legs, you can have her legs out. I did this because it positions the figure well enough. It sits, you know, sits really well on the platform, and it looks nice. So something I thought you can actually have fun with, so I just wanted to throw this little quick pose in here really quick. Again, this is considered a character pose, a little bit of a dynamic, but again, nice pose. I like actually adding this into the you know, the fray, so nice and happy for it. So yep, it's really quick. Hope you enjoy it. Let's move on to the next. Now, with this pose, you can see that I have the figure slightly elevated, but I have her in a position to where she's swinging. She has the phone in her hand. Now, basically all I did, this is simple. I used the web grabber. Basically, it's the fisted web. We actually inserted it here. It's the same pose I use with the actual cell phone because I actually like it. I'm going to basically tilt it up slightly like that, as if has it pointed mainly towards her face. And as you can see, the way I'm using the waist grabber, again, it's not around the waist. I've just slightly tilted the bar. As you can see, it is actually tilted this way. So you pull it forward, you bend it backwards. You have the waist grabber tilted parallel that way, sort of slanted. And then you just basically slide the leg inside of the grabber like that. And then you can position it to where she's in midair. And on top of that, you don't have to worry about damaging the integrity of the suit itself. Again, waist slightly, you know, basically we have it, the waist twisted as if she's in swinging motion, arm cocked back. She's in midair. I have the legs crouched, you know, this is the standard spider pose that you have dynamically in the air. And yeah, this is basically a simple one. If you want to actually just have her, especially she'll look good if she's swinging next to Miles. It would be incredible. That's why I can't wait till we get that. So I'm just going to kind of rotate this around so you can get a look and see how we've actually done it. It's quite simple. It's not really, you know, hard to pull off something like this. I like it. I love it. I love the way it looks. I love the dynamics. It does give you that, you know, symbolism that she's in midair swinging. Leg, this leg is the leading leg, but you can't see it from the other end. But I do like the way it is positioned. Fun posing this figure this way. Again, just ideas. Again, you just bend the legs up, tilt it. This is the lead leg, that one in the back. Have the toes pointed down. Again, she has grace when she swings, and you know, she's a pro. Has her looking at the selfie between her and Miles. But yeah, I like this pose. I like the way it looks. I like having her like this, and I think it's amazing. So again, not really too much of a tricky pose, but something that you can pull off, and it's easy. And again, it's for people who don't. Now, for people who want to actually have like the standard character poses, that's fine. This is more of a dynamic pose. And then, like I said, because of what the suit basically lends us and it allows us to do, why not try something? So this is what I wanted to try. I wanted to show you something to show you how it looks. Again, I love this piece. I love this figure. I love the way it looks. And again, you can pose yours the way you'd like. I wanted to pose it this way. So yeah, showing a bit of dynamics, bit of range with her. It's a beautiful pose. I love it. And you'll love it. Definitely. Let's go. And for the final pose, I wanted to kind of mimic a fleeting sort of like Swan attack pose. You see her do this in the film slightly, basically when she's in the background, and especially if she's in stealth mode, you know, and light, as Gwen is extremely light on her feet. I love this character because of the grace. So as you can see, I basically, again, I'm using the waist grabber in a totally different way, draping it around the leg, bending the axle stand this way with the leg tucked slightly under the back. Again, it's not tucked around here, and I think you got to utilize this, and this is what they give us the stand for, to come up with just ideas on how to use it. And then sometimes you want to utilize it in a way that, you know, pretty much lends, you know, a bit of, just lends, you know, a bit more character to the actual figure itself. And I think that this is pretty much one of the poses. Being able to demonstrate it this way is amazing. As I'll spin it around here so you can kind of take a look. You see basically the grace, that she basically represents. Again, as you see it this way, you get a chance to see how I have that leg tucked in the waist grabber. Leg extended out, toes pointed, toe in the back. Again, she's basically leaping from one area to another. And yeah, she just does it with such grace. Again, I can't say it enough that I love this figure. You will too. If you don't already have her pre-ordered, you can get her now. Again, I got this particular figure through Toys Wonderland. You can get yours through different outlets such as Sideshow and other companies who are actually selling it. I will put the link at the bottom where I actually got this figure from. And again, once you get it, just have a ball, have fun, because there's so many different poses, ways that you can actually pose this figure up that it'll look great, and you can actually have it in your DTOF. Man, I love it. I can't say enough about this figure. I am so happy that I got it. Again, you will too. So come on, man. What are you waiting on? Just get the figure. Pose it up. But again, I do love this piece right here. So amazing. Look at it. Look at it. I love it. I love it. I can't say it enough. I can't love it. And I cannot wait till we get Miles. Once we get Miles as a companion piece to this piece right here, enough said. Coming soon though. We'll see. Hope you guys are having fun. Let's go. Now, I know I said I was done, but you know what? I just kind of wanted to end off the night with a bang and just show you what I came up with. This is pretty much one of the most unique poses that I've probably, been able to pull off with a figure. And I'm so glad I was able to do it with Gwen. So as you can see, I have her in sort of like an aerial flight pose itself, sort of dynamic, but what I wanted to express is basically how I was able to pull this off. Now, you see her basically floating a bit upside down. I wanted to pull off that dynamic with it. But as you can see, once I basically rotate this slightly around a bit, you know, just so you can get a good look, her head is planted within the waist grabber, legs tilted back. I have the toe actually on the back of the post here. I love this pose. I don't know what made me think of it, and it's been seen in films, but I love this pose. Like, she's just carefree, mid-air, flipping through the sky, and you just have her in all her wonder. Like, this is phenomenal. I love this pose. Again, it's something simple. You can utilize the stand to the best of your ability. That's what it's there for. That's what they give us this stand for, and just use it. But just be creative as much as you can. Again, I know people don't want to damage the integrity of the figure, but it is fully posable, fully flexible, and you can get so much from this. So again, sorry, but yes, this is my last pose, but I just wanted to show you how it looks. I'll actually add some photos in this in this video, but yes, I'm super hyped, and I'm glad I was able to pull this off. Again, just a few ideas to give you guys, just to kind of play around with the figure once you get it, especially before Miles comes. But you will not be disappointed once you get this baby in hand. I know you won't. Let's go. Spider-Gwen is a great addition to your collection and a must-have, especially if you have that Miles Morales figure coming from Into the Spider-Verse. Again, I will put the link at the bottom of this video where you can actually get this figure. I do thank you guys for coming along and, just enjoying the content that I do share on this channel. Just stay tuned for the next video and all the content that I do have up and coming. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and share, and always prepare for the next video. Again, I'll put the link at the bottom where you can get this figure, as I got mine through Toys Wonderland. I'm sure you can get yours at another spot. But again, enjoy. Glad to have you on board. And as always, dare to imagine. Take your position. We out.